On today's video, it's all about the buffalo. We're doing buffalo tofu wraps and buffalo chicken sandwiches. Join us for those recipes. Hi, welcome back to One Dish, Two Ways. I'm Sheila and Joe's behind the camera and I hear little pitter patter feet. Sometimes you see Basil, our dog, come through here also. So today we're going to make buffalo chicken and buffalo tofu. I know, this is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. So I will confess, we cheat on the chicken because it's just Joe. It's just for us, doesn't seem like it's worth it to do the breading of the chicken and all the things. So we have found this chicken from Aldi, and it's affectionately called, I think in the Aldi Facebook groups, the red bag chicken. And they say if you use it with the Chick-fil-A sauce, that it's very similar to the Chick-fil-A chicken. Joe's not a fan of Chick-fil-A as far as waiting in their long line, but we have tried this chicken for him and it's very convenient. It takes like 25 minutes in the air fryer. So for his, we're going to start with this. So I'm going to get out one piece of chicken in here and put it on the tray. And then we're going to air fry that for 25 minutes. It's on 400 degrees is what our air fryer is on. And halfway through, we will flip it. Because even though the air gets circulated around it, Joe has said on multiple times that just certain things, it's better if we flip it. So that's what we're going to do here. So honey, if you want to put that in the air fryer, that would be fabulous. And then for his buffalo sauce, we use 50-50 butter and hot sauce. So I've got in here 1 tablespoon of butter and I will add some hot sauce. This is, this is the Sweet Heat red hot sauce. We're just going to put some of that in here. And it's not, we kind of do more like 2/3. And we're just going to put that on low so it creates a sauce. And then when the chicken comes out, we will show you how we dip that in there and put it on his bun. So that's what we're going to do there. So I'm going to stick that over here. Be careful with your hot sauce butter mixture because it will start to really thicken and stick to your pan. So you just want to put it on low. And if you feel that, sometimes Joe will do like grilled chicken, but he wants that sauce. So once I get it up to temp and everything's melted, sometimes I just leave the lid on and turn it off. Because by the time he brings the hot chicken in and you put that in it, it's more than up to temp. So for the tofu, I'm actually trying 2 different things. So I've read a lot and seen a lot of videos where people have been freezing the tofu and then take the tofu out and they shred it. And those are 2 things I have never done before. So I'm showing it to you on camera today. So this is my block of tofu. Now I will confess, there is one, I had taken 1 little bit off of this before I froze it because I was testing this recipe out to see if I wanted it as a block, of tofu, like the chicken is. And I didn't like that texture as much. And then I had seen that about the shredding of it. And I thought, oh, I'll do that instead. So once I used that 1 piece off of there, I froze it, took it out of the freezer 2 days ago, let it defrost in the fridge. And then before we came on camera, I just squeezed it out a little bit and I got that much liquid out of it. Not a ton. It was just, and I just did it by my hand. I didn't do a tofu press or anything like that. So now we're going to shred it. They say it changes the texture of it. I don't know. I did try to see if it would do it on camera, if it would, and it actually really does shred. Like I wasn't sure it was going to work, but it definitely works. So now I wouldn't say if you had like a automatic shredder, I don't think that would work. But for just this handheld shredder, boy, this is working fabulously. And because, I don't want to do extra dishes, I'm actually just shredding it right into the pan it's going to bake in. Because what we need to do, wow, I cannot believe this is working so well. This is fantastic. Now, as you can see, this is going to make well more than 1 sandwich worth, but that makes me excited because I keep potatoes and I keep grains already cooked in my fridge. So this is going to make for a quick bowl later in the week. So I am super excited about that. Okay. So we've got that all shredded up or chunked up because, of course, at the end, it does that. So I'm just going to spread this out and get these bigger chunks. And I'm going to add some seasoning to it and a little bit of the hot sauce because really what we're trying to do in the oven is just kind of dry it out a little bit to give it that extra flavor. Okay, so I've got my all-purpose seasoning. That was a few videos ago. Just going to put that on here. I do have a silicone mat underneath this because I'm not using any oil. That was probably about 2 teaspoons. And then I'm going to drizzle some of this hot sauce on there. Now, hot sauce does have a lot of salt in it, so just be aware of that. So just adjust as needed. Then I'm just going to drizzle. This is probably a teaspoon or so, probably 2 teaspoons. And now I'm going to bake it for 20 minutes on 400. I've already got the oven on 400 degrees. And then when we come back, we're going to show you how we're going to serve his chicken and how we're going to do my, and so we're making it one dish, 2 ways and multiple ways. We have obviously different proteins that we're using, but I'm going to do a wrap and he's going to do a sandwich. So we want to show you those differences also. So let me get this in the oven and we'll see you back in just a few minutes. Welcome back. So here's the chicken. It took the 20 minutes in the air fryer and we did flip it halfway through. So let's get this into our sauce. So the sauce is over here. I put it on and within a minute, it was already, the butter was bubbling and the sauce. So I just mixed it all together and I turned the heat off. So sometimes we make a big batch of this if he's got like a bunch of chicken that he made, but because this is just one serving, we just made a very small batch. So it was 1 tablespoon of butter and probably 3 or 4 tablespoons of the hot sauce. So we're just mixing this around. Is that good, honey? So I'm putting his on a bun. Oh, look, that fits perfectly on that bun. Let's move this forward. So he likes it plain Jane. He doesn't really want anything else on there. And we're going to serve both of our meals with grapes. And then he is going to have some chips with his. And let's talk about mine. So here's the tofu. And it just came out of the oven. As you can see, it dried out some, which is what we wanted it to do. Because you need it kind of dried out so we get that better texture for our wrap. So again, I am looking forward to all these leftovers because this will make a great bowl or a tofu scramble. So many different options I can do with it. So I'm going to add some of this to my wrap. So what's on my wrap? It's a whole wheat tortilla. Now we have a gas stove. And so I just I turn the gas stove on and I put it, we'll have to do a video maybe one time when we talk about this, but I just stick this tortilla on there and I, cook it a little bit on both sides. And I added some kale, some green onions, and some zesty bread and butter pickles that also have onions in them. And now I'm just going to put some of the tofu on there with all that good seasoning and that hot sauce. Now we'll see. I might want to add more hot sauce to it. I don't know. So I'm famous for refilling my stuff too big. So I'm not going to do that this time. And I'm going to serve mine with some cabbage soup that I had made. And I just got out 1 serving of it to go with, from the freezer to go with my wrap. So let me roll mine up and Joe can try his. Oh, look, I actually did it to where it's not going to overflow, honey. I am terrible. I just get ambitious and I do too much. So I'm ready to try mine and see if I need more hot sauce. No, does not need more hot sauce. Oh. Yours is probably really hot because the chicken just came out. So with mine, it's not overly spicy. So I could add more hot sauce, but today I'm not feeling that. Some days, you're not really into the really hot stuff, but it has great flavor, especially when you add the pickles and that kale on there. Really good. Now you could add a little bit of ranch. If you have like vegan ranch dressing, you could add some of that to it, but this is really good. Now I will try I have not done a video of this cabbage soup, but I made this a couple weeks ago so I could have it for meals going forward. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see the cabbage soup. Now, what's your review of your sandwich?
Like a full chicken.
There you go. So this is great. You could also do little bites and make little chicken bites, and you could do it for tailgating. You could do it for just watching football. This can be used for wraps, for bowls, for tofu scrambles, you name it. And then, of course, we always like fruit for dessert. So thank you all for joining us. Please, in the comments, let us know if you're going to give one of these a try. so you can tell us what you think about them. And also, if you like what you see and you like to subscribe, we truly appreciate that. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.